What's up, marker heads? It's Karen from Art by Carity Haley. This drawing is an ACEO, or Artist's Trading Card, for a DeviantArt user named Zorbo17. They asked me to do Weavile? Weavile? I don't know. It's a Pokemon that evolves from Sneasel. I think it's a Weavile. I don't know. I really didn't like this Pokemon before, but now that I've done a drawing of it, I actually really like it. I will say that I think it kind of looks like an evil little Lisa Simpson thing with a fan on its head. I don't know, it makes me think of Lisa Simpson. And I think that's because of the spikes on its head. So, I don't know, but I do really like this Pokemon. I think that a lot of that has to do with the color scheme. I really like the red, the yellow, and the dark bluish, grayish color together. It's a nice combination. I didn't do the line art for this picture in a video because it was just such a small picture that I just knocked it out really quickly. And I love to do ACEOs because they're so fast and I do them so quickly that it's really nice. I will have I do have a complaint about the paper I used. I used like a little Bristol board ACEO kit, like it came already cut to size. And it's a little Bristol board type of paper, which is pretty nice for the Copics, but at the same time it's so thick that it makes all of your colors so much darker than they are on regular paper, or, you know, the paper I'm used to using does not make my colors as dark as this this particular paper did, and I was not happy about that. I was not expecting it to be so dark, so it turned out looking way different than I thought it was going to, which was kind of disappointing, but I think it turned out okay in the end. My favorite part about this picture, I think, is the jewel on Weavile's forehead. I think it looks really cool. So yeah, that's really all I have to say about this. It's not a very big drawing, so of course there's not a whole lot to it. I think in the future with ACEOs I'm going to be using a different kind of paper because I think I'm just going to cut my own with marker paper because it's just so much nicer looking. They might not be as thick as this paper, which this paper is really thick, but honestly I would prefer it if my pictures look nice, and you can keep them in a protective sleeve, so I think that it doesn't really matter if they're really thick, if they look a lot better. I'm not saying this looks terrible, I'm just saying that I prefer the way that my artwork looks on the paper that I normally use. So that's something that I think I'll be doing in the future. A lot of ACEOs that I have done in the past were on marker paper already, and I just wanted to try this kind out because my mom had given me some of these little ACEO cards that were on Bristol paper, and I wanted to see how they worked. Personally, I don't like the effect, and I think I'm repeating myself now. Okay, so let's change the subject. What should I talk about? Oh, so today I had to let some electricians into my mother-in-law's house, and kind of a funny story. About a week ago, the outlets in her wall just totally stopped working in the kitchen and the dining room along one wall. So there's like an outlet in the kitchen that has the reset button, but we pushed it and didn't do anything. So we had the electrician dudes come in, and they were only here for about 2 minutes. They pushed that button, and everything was working fine. And they charged $75 to do that. So, yeah, that was awesome. But I am glad that they fixed it, because I was getting a little worried there. She has all of her stuff plugged into one thing, which is plugged into one outlet, like an outlet strip that's plugged into one outlet, and it's like going across the floor because everything that she needed to plug in was on the opposite wall from the outlets that were currently working. So like it was like a big thick cord going across the floor. It was like a tripping hazard, and she, yeah, hurt her ankle a while ago, and so I was worried she was going to trip on it and hurt herself, and I will admit that I tripped on it a couple times too. And I'm really glad that they fixed the outlets, but I'm kind of sad that they charged her $75 to push a button. Oh well. It's been kind of a rough week. Joseph and I have been staying with my mother-in-law because we're waiting for our apartment to be prepared for us. Honestly, I'm getting tired of waiting, but, you know, anyway, the reason it's been a tough week is because my mother-in-law had a cat that was my husband's cat when he was a little boy, and this cat was about 13. His name's Tiger. He's a really sweet cat, but recently his health just really spiraled quickly, and on Monday we went to the vet and had to put him down. He was suffering really badly that day, and there was no, he is terminally ill, so you could tell that he couldn't enjoy anything that he used to do, and so we had to put him down. It was really sad, and I don't normally, like, react to sad things like that, so I feel really awkward when things like that happen, and kind of uncomfortable. So, I don't know, it's just terrible to watch an animal die, and I wasn't in the room during most of the procedure. Like, they gave him the first shot, and then, my baby started to cry, so I had to go and tend to him, and, he wasn't in the room. He was being watched by, one of the vet technician assistant ladies, and he got hungry, so I had to go and feed him, and so I feel really bad because I wanted to be there to support Serena, but at the same time, I, need to take care of my child. But I did go to the vet with Serena, and it was just really sad because obviously this cat had been with her for a long time, and I don't know, it makes me kind of want to cry, but at the same time I'm not really very emotional about things, like, I don't know, so it's been kind of a tough week, but things move on, I'm glad that he's not in pain anymore, and he wasn't drinking water or anything, and he had like a mass growing in his sinuses or something like that, and he couldn't breathe through his nose anymore, and it was really bad. It was getting really bad, and his toes were getting infected. I don't know, he was just really not doing well, so it was pretty bad. And it makes me really thankful that my cats healthy. Anyway, this is turning into a 10-minute long video for an ACEO that only took me like 45 minutes to color, so I think I'm going to say goodbye. Sorry to leave you with a somber note. I'm sorry. But that's the way things are sometimes. So, anyway. I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I'm going to upload another video just to kind of, like, brighten the mood, because this is a really sad video. Anyway, I really enjoyed working on this drawing, and I hope that you like it, Zorbo17, and I will see you guys in the next video.